What is the personality really? And how does it come into being? Well, how does it come into being is a pretty simple answer, because we are like, you know, we are just some kind of awake attention in our early childhood. We simply observe. We experience everything as in fragments. It's like a child is not, because a child doesn't have like a complete personality, so their experience is like fragmented. It's every bit of every event is like an island. There's no glue. Nothing connects everything in one unified memory system, which has one great advantage over us. When a child is distressed, we all know how easy it is for a child to overcome the distress and become extremely joyful in 10 seconds, right? It's like the child is crying and crying, it's a disaster, and then the child gets something and they become like completely filled with joy, because everything is fragmented, so you can come back to joy. There's no continuity. But of course there's also a big problem, right? Because when a child experiences trauma, that is also experienced as an island. So there's no protection of the continuity. It's not like, okay, it will be gone and move on. There's just that, and then the child is more influenced by trauma. So basically the personality is the sense of continuity of the experiencer the thinker, the feeler. You get what feeler is, and I know that it sounds strange. It's like the one who feels. There's like, it's becoming one. Every experience now is not like a divided or a solitary experience. It's like every experience is registered in your personality as part of its experience, and gets to be categorized and to affirm some convictions that the personality has, add something up to the knowledge and memory and story. So the personality is I was, therefore I am, therefore I will be. What we did today with this strange practice of writing everything and putting it here is just that, is our sense of continuity. Thank God this sense of continuity is sometimes interrupted with deep sleep. So we get to come out of ourselves from time to time, but we can't know it, which is a shame. So the personality starts when we start thinking of ourselves as a continuity, and it begins with the identification with our name. Our name becomes really meaningful. And then there's a process of an entire identification that again starts with the division by words. Okay, we as parents we say flower, 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 Shai, Shai, flower, Shai, flower, Shai, flower, Shai. Okay. Which could be really funny if we reverse it like Shai, flower, daddy. So we are starting to become attached to the world of words. You see, words become everything. We see reality through words. So and then of course there's the whole process of identification, and then it becomes like some kind of a solid mass that is completely inflexible, can move only in one direction, and is extremely predictable. I was, therefore I am, therefore I will be. If I know who you were, then I can predict who you would become. You see? It's pretty obvious. It's like a pattern. Now, the sense of continuity is not meant to be annihilated. Okay? It's not like we are meant to kill the sense of continuity. I know where I was at the age of 7. Okay? And I know, I'm pretty confident that it's the same one who is sitting here. If I told you that my functional memory is destroyed, then you should consider again sitting and learning from me. Okay? But the sense of continuity should become ideally just a function. Just like something that you can do, but is completely meaningless in terms of your core identification. Okay? And that is basically everything whatever separates a liberated human being from a non-liberated human being. The liberated human being is liberated from the sense of continuity. Liberation doesn't mean the destruction of this feeling, but that you are beyond it. Okay? You include it, but you are beyond it. Whenever I sit in front of people for private sessions, it is really obvious when they start telling me their story that they are completely identified with this sense of continuity. That's why we cry. You see? My mother was like that. She treated me this way. Therefore I became that, and therefore I cannot do that. You see? That is the sense. It means that we are shaped. We are victims or the products of this continuity. Now, if we cannot free ourselves from this continuity, that means that we will live until our very last breath as the story. And the older we become, the stronger it closes on us. We become only the story. And then there's also no, therefore I will be, because there's no more future. So it's like the personality starts looking back at what it was. Then it starts leaning on stories that happened to her. You see? It's like, this happened to me, and this happened to me, and I learned from this, that, and trust me when I tell you that life is this or that. And everyone is making fun of what older people do, and then they do it themselves later on. If you cannot liberate yourself from this sense of continuity, you will do that. It's inevitable. It's like the brain ends up as a circle of like that. It's that's it. It becomes so solid, you see? It's like the continuity is unbreakable. Imagine that, like, reaching the age of 80 without a single story. Not looking back. Having an ageless mind at the age of 80. A mind untouched by time. That grows freer in everyday passing, so that in the last breath it is the freest it can be. Clean and pure, without any sense of continuity. That is where all people can become magnificent. They can become like brilliant light. There's no... The closer they get to death, the freer they become. They become just like, more like a shining awareness than a person. I want to die like that.